Hey everybody, it's me, Stephen Billings, here for another pickups video. If you saw recently, I unboxed my Coffin Joe set from Arrow. Go over there if you haven't checked it out. And now I'm going to do a recent pickup video. Some of this stuff's been sitting around on the desk downstairs for a little bit. Some I just got in, and I was like, well, I got a good amount here. I should do a pickups video. So as anybody knows, I'm an active blind buyer. I blind buy a lot. So some of this stuff I have not seen, but some of it I have, and I'll share my thoughts if I have. So, but we'll start out here. We'll get into this. These first couple here are more out of collecting necessity than anything, because I am a big fan of this actor, Nicolas Cage, of course, and that is the not so great movie, The Retirement Plan. Yeah. It's not good. He is playing another one of his wacky characters, as you can see. I just always get a kick out of every performance he does, no matter whether the film's good or not. You just like trying to figure out what he's going for. This also does have Ron Perlman in it. Kind of plays a fun kind of character in this. It's not great, but I collect all the Nicolas Cage films. And this was only like $13, new release. So, screw it. Take it. Along with that, another recent film he just had come out is Butcher's Crossing. This is a better film. I don't know that I liked this film, but it is a better film than The Retirement Plan. Nicolas Cage plays this frontiersman. This is obviously it's a period film set in the West, and this young kind of educated Harvard kid wants to kind of explore the rest of America, wants to get a firsthand look at the real America. And so he hires Nicolas Cage's character to take him out on a hunting trip to hunt buffalo. And whilst out there doing that, things get crazy and nuts, and that's all I'll say. It's a very well shot film. I'll have to say that. I believe this is a first time director, and it's pretty shot pretty well. I'm sure on a relatively low budget. So for anything, I would say give it a chance. For the scenery, Cage gives another gnarly performance in this. So not terrible. It is on VOD, so maybe you want to go there first. Another one I've gotten recently, and this is one I'm not ashamed, but I wish I could have said I've seen it by now. I know it was very popular on Netflix when it first came out, and it kind of made the rounds. And now I'm finally I just decided to buy it to watch it. And it's the recent 4K of The Wailing. I know that this is like a kind of a folk horror film. Believe this is a Korean film, I believe. And I've just heard amazing things about this film, and that it's truly, scary and haunting, and that I believe people have said that the ending is pretty great, but it's super long as well. So it's hard to sometimes get in them long films, but I'm hoping to put this in the player soon and finally see what what everybody's been talking about with The Wailing. So, the next ones I'll do are some that I got a little bit ago. I heard that this was getting close to going out of print, and I didn't want to miss out on getting it because I plan on getting all of these if they keep releasing them. Please do. Is the Tremor films. Tremor 2 on 4K, Aftershock. I have seen this film. It's been a while, but I know I found these films all fun. They're all really fun creature features. Of course, the first film had Kevin Bacon in it, and this one doesn't, but it still finds a way to kind of expand on the world, the lore of these creatures. And giving you more to have fun with. And I really hope that they keep putting each of these films out on 4K. I don't know, maybe not. I know that there's some collector sets out there for some of the later films that have become kind of straight to video kind of deals. So, but I really hope they keep getting this treatment so I can all put them nicely on my shelf together. So, the next one I got here, I got a couple from Fun City Editions, one of my favorite labels out there. Shout out to Jonathan Hertzberg. So these are some that I needed to catch up and get. The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz. This stars Richard Dreyfuss and a lot of other character actors I can't name off the top of my head. I know when I was looking through the cast list, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, this is another one of them films that Fun City's putting out that I've never heard of, and I know that this is going to be a worthy pickup. I just know because I trust the brand, I trust what Jonathan's doing over there. He always finds a way to find films that just have a certain vibe, a feeling to them that that just feels genuine and raw and of the time, which is usually 60s and 70s films. There's been some that are a little outside of that box, but they typically still have that vibe. They have this certain vibe that's hard to explain. But I'll be very excited. Richard Dreyfuss is an actor that I have always really thought was just a very skilled actor, and just would like to see more of his stuff. And this will be one pre-Jaws, that I'll be happy to watch. So, and then the other Fun City I recently got was the Fatal Femmes. This is a couple French films. You have Nage and The Bitch. So yeah, I know nothing about these, but they both seem to be kind of like, one's kind of like a murder mystery-ish kind of deal. And so, yeah, I mean, I like I said, I trust what they're doing over there at Fun City, and I can't wait to watch these, put them in the player. I love the packaging on this, really nice artwork. I love that we're spotlighting the filmmakers here, two female filmmakers. So, yeah, can't wait to do that. Next, I'm a big fan. One of my favorite labels is Indicator, and I collect as much of their stuff as I can, especially their box sets, because I think probably out of all the labels, they're one of my favorite labels when it comes to box sets and supplementary materials. They just really layer the supplements on there. And one of the recent pickups I got from them was their Todd Slaughter set, The Criminal Acts of Todd Slaughter, 8 Blood and Thunder Entertainments from 1935 to 1940. So 8 films in 5 years from this man. Now, he is an actor. Todd Slaughter is an actor. A lot of their sets have been like director-centric but this one's an actor-centric one, which I thought was pretty cool. Todd Slaughter was an actor. He's a stage actor in the early 1900s, and then translated that into doing films. And he has a certain style of acting, a very Victorian style, and he played a lot of villains, and he's very theatrical, and it makes for great characters. I watched a couple of these, and he just kind of leaps off the screen. He's got a presence, he's got a look that just is amazing. He's very much a character actor who stars in a lot of these movies, so I can't wait to continue to go through this set and kind of learn more about him and learn more about the films he did. And I always find Indicator sets to be very valuable learning experiences. So yes, Todd Slaughter. Next, not too long ago, Radiance had a sale on their site for selected titles. And this was an opportunity for me to catch up because I was a little behind on keeping up with their releases for the year. Still, I got a few more I got to get, but I caught up a little bit here. And starting out, I got one box set that I had not got yet. And that's these Dino Risi Italian comedies here. 3 films. You have The Widow, The Showman, and The Easy Life. Don't ask me to try to say all the Italian words. I'm not going to. But I remember when this was announced. I believe I watched the Widower, and that was a solid. I liked. I mean, sometimes I have a hard, like especially with comedy. Sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time with the translation, like when it comes to it being funny for me. But this film it got me. The Widower got me, so it had translated to me. Marisi's a pretty well-known Italian filmmaker, so I can't. The Easy Life is already on the Criterion Collection, and so and I didn't own it, so this was a way for me to get that film and a couple more of his films. So I'll be excited to jump into this. Radiance, they just continue and they impress. It's look at look at everything. It's just solid. And then I got a few other titles from them. A moment of romance, directed by Benny Chin. Once again, something I'm not really aware of. I almost had a chance to watch it for when it got announced, but didn't have time. I'd found a link for it. I missed out, but I got it here now. Looks like a nice quick watch, 92-minute movie. I love that, and seems to be pretty highly rated from what I've looked into. So I'll be very curious to watch this new 4K restoration of A Moment of Romance. And then the other two I don't have much to say about, but big time director, the Robert Altman films, Thieves Like Us, and O's and Stigs. So OC and Stigs. Sorry, I've heard some thoughts about OC and Stigs that it's a pretty kind of weird juvenile film. I'm here for it. I mean, Altman's a director that is always kind of known for a certain kind of style of like kind of almost like just like hangout movies. These long kind of dry kind of like in the moment films, and these seem to be a little bit off that. So I'll be excited to check these out. And last but certainly not least, I was kind of just randomly browsing the internet, and Orbit DVDs is a friend of ours, Mark over there, and he had posted some recent stuff he just got it in. And I had just been recently kind of thinking about this particular thing and how I kind of wanted it, but I feel like I might have missed out on getting the limited edition on it, because you just couldn't find it on the label's website, couldn't find it on Diabolic. At the time, I couldn't find it at Orbit, and really you could only go to eBay and find it and pay more than you would like for it. But then suddenly, a couple of these babies popped into Orbit DVD randomly, and actually another one popped in there today. But I think it's already been sold once again, because these I thought were out of print completely, but apparently not. Some are still kind of filtering out there, and that is, as I build this up really big and long and making you impatient, and that is the Bruce Lee at Golden Harvest set. This was something I wanted, but at the time I was kind of relaxing on a little bit on my buying habits, and I thought, this is going to be around for a while. And honestly, it wasn't as long as I thought it would be. I think this came out in the middle of the year, like around July, and it only took about 6 months for it to kind of, go out of print, essentially. And somehow there was some floating around. Apparently, Orbit got a couple in. I saw it, and when I bought it, I took a minute to think. I took maybe 30 minutes thinking about whether I was going to buy this or not right now, and I did. And then I pulled the trigger and I got it. And then when I went back to check again, it was sold out. So I must have bought the last one, and I was like, oh my God, but now that I have this in my hands, I'm glad I got it. This is such a mammoth set. I mean, of course, I already own the Criterion set and other single release releases of these films. So I've owned these movies now for like 3 times, but this particular Bruce Lee set seems to be pretty definitive. And I think that was the idea. honestly, I mean, Tony Stella, we interviewed Tony Stella. You can find that on the Chasing Labels page. Did the artwork for this. I love this. This seems to be like the front artwork, but I kind of like flipping this thing around. I'm messing it up, guys. And putting this on the front. I kind of like this. It's kind of cool as my front cover. But, it's got the J card on here. I like keeping the J. I like these J cards where it kind of sits inside of it. But, it's been out there a while. I know a lot of people have done unboxings. But this thing is mammoth. It's amazing. It's a well-constructed set. And I'm just so glad to have it now. This is amazing. Love it. I'll cherish this thing forever. It's everything you would really need it's all you would need to really, get into Bruce Lee. Only thing that, of course, we have a Blu-ray version of Enter the Dragon. I guess I could go get the Warner Brothers release and put the 4K in here and be 4K complete on this. But it didn't matter to me. I don't care. It's going to look great no matter what. So, but yeah. So that is the pickups I've had recently. Of course, I got more stuff coming in all the time. So maybe in another few weeks, maybe I'll pop back in here and do this again. So, but I hope you enjoyed this little sharing, show and tell, as I like to call it. Please, of course, if you haven't yet, subscribe to this page. Help support us. That would be very much appreciated. We'd like to hear from you. Please comment. Please let us know what other kind of videos you'd like us to do. And of course, as always, every Monday, every bi-weekly, every month, every other week, bi-weekly for Chasing Labels that is live on YouTube channel. And also, of course, we'll be on audio the next day after. So please look out for that. And once a month, we do the Unwatched Pile, which is a show where we pick a film in our collection, maybe one of these ones I just showed you, that you haven't seen, and we watch it, we discuss it, and then we pair that with something we have seen in our collections as a fun double feature. We always bring a guest on, and this month we got Scott Saslow, the graphic designer, coming on. So watch out for that here in the next week or so. But that's it for this pickups video. And thanks, guys, and I'll see you around.